Yo, that's Y-O. How you doing? It's the 12th of September at Giants Tarot. In fact, everywhere. And I'm Elizabeth. I'm going to read you some things about today. I'm not going to interpret them too much. I'm just going to tell you what they are because there's a lot written about each day of the year. We're not putting all this information into the year that we're in. We're just looking at the day and the date. Okay. So for September 12, the first reading I have is from Glenville, Kleiser. Learn from everyone you meet. September 12. Education is not mere book learning, but the culture of mind and heart. Education is knowing the most useful things and doing them. Education is the harmonious development of all the faculties and the bringing into view every virtue and perfection. Your education does not end at school but continues through life. You are forever a student. You can learn from everyone you meet. Books, friends, nature, meditation and travel are vital means to knowledge, discipline and education. What you know makes you what you are. The riches of literature, science, art, philosophy, history and religion are yours for the taking. Education is free and the development of personal character is its crowning work. From the Theosophical Society's daily meditation book. For the 12th of September, Europe is a large place, but the world is bigger yet. The sun and Theosophy must shine for all, not for the part. There is more of this movement than you have yet had an inkling of, and the work of the Theosophical Society is linked in with similar work that is secretly going on in all parts of the world. Well, yeah, I know, but we want it to be good secret work, eh? Like ours. Like our work is good secret work. The birthday book says, this is the birthday of those whose natural calling is connected with secretarial work or accountancy. There is ability to follow out precise instructions combined with much personal force and power of staff control. A possible tendency to be overcritical should be subdued, or it may militate against popularity. A partner is likely to be busy-minded with a trifle superficial. From 365 Things to Know, who discovered penicillin? Penicillin is a substance produced by certain fungi or molds. It was discovered in 1929 by the Scottish scientist Sir Alexander Fleming. He noticed that a dish in which he had been growing some germs had been invaded by mould, and that around the mould the germs had been killed. During World War II, the British and Americans helped each other to find out more about penicillin, and its use as a germ killer became widespread. Today, it is one of the doctor's chief weapons in the fight against disease. Some numerology. 12. Well, there's a movie for it. Although it stands in the house of 3, 12 is also a number of polarity. Not just because 12 wears tap shoes, which it does, but because it holds initiative, leadership and bright vision in one arm, and cooperation, reliance and trust in the other. It's a funny old thing, 12. It tap dances down the road with big armfuls of choice. The choice factor. It can be hard to make a decision because 12, like 3, can see so many sides of the story and can understand the crystals of the past and the fragments of the future. On a 12 day, sometimes, you just got to do both. The movie of 12 is the journey of excellent reasoning, terrific self-expression, brilliant debating ability, unification of multiple ideas. The movie of 12 is a blockbuster. It teaches like a good teacher should, an exciting and sophisticated calculation of oneness. 12 reconciles, harmonizes, and resolves. It's not all about the bass, it's all about the band, the song, the arrangement, and the best karaoke backing track to accompany 12 as it tap dances and sings down the road in those tap shoes. 12 is a little nervous, aware of the important concepts it may be called on to decode at any moment, but 12 is optimistic that positive change is around the next corner. The mission: don't be too blunt, or you may create enemies who will block your success. Cultivate tact and diplomacy. Be a writer or a speaker. Try not to be impatient. Don't scatter your energies too much. Be confident in your ability to intellectually manage many things, because if you don't push yourself, you may become depressed. If you are teaching, apply discipline. Remember, you are convincing and you are able to win an argument. You have a leaning towards design and applied architecture. You may find success in health foods or beauty industries. Lawyer, designer, entertainer, promoter, advertiser. Go for it. You'll do okay. As the sun is in Virgo, we have a Virgo of the 3rd division. Reading. Worldly success is the astrologically appointed destiny of Virgo 3s. Endowed with tremendous driving ambition and a restless urge to go further, work harder and be better, you are unfailingly strong-willed, fit for leadership, ready to organise and practical. You share the restlessness which led Philip to devote his life to the spread of his new faith, and would be fortunate to find equally energetic ways to direct your strong traits towards noble purposes. You will allow nothing to deter or detour you. Without being vicious, you launch an aggressive attack on life. That a direct determination bewilders your friends, who know you as a pleasant person whose dynamism seems out of control. Prepare now to face sooner or later the annoyance of some people who can't sustain your blistering pace and who resent your ascent to the top. Of course, you will gravitate there naturally, having set your sights on success, but inevitably someone will brand you as an opportunist, no matter how false the charge. This is one of the prices any of us must pay for prominence. Right, okay. For the Decanates, we are in the 2nd Decanate of Virgo, the 2nd 10-day period of the Virgo time, and this is signified by the 9 of Pentacles. You could be feeling in want of little. You are aware that you have self-acquired the position that you're in. You are showing independence in the material sphere. You're unwilling to be under an obligation to others. You may not be at your goal, but you will feel you're on your way. And you're encouraged to continue growing your wealth via your independent efforts. If you show grace, you will be led forward. Showing grace will lead you to your goal. Now for Cartomancy. The emblem for the 12th of September is the Queen of Clubs. In Cartomancy, queens represent the spiritual aspect of man and the principle of birth, not death. It aligns with the 12th position in the scale of numbers, co-rulers of the 12 signs of the zodiac and the 12 houses of the zodiac. The privilege of conception. They are the makers and protectors of the principles upon which laws are founded and upheld. They conceive and bear into form the expressions of the divine mind. They are the true judges, for by their gift of receptivity have conceived the principles of judgment. The Queen of Clubs rules by intelligence, intuition, and good judgment. Directly instructed, they are sure of their ground and secure in their knowledge. The reading for the Queen of Clubs for the 12th of September is excellent technicians in art or the laboratory, mental and practical, good in journalism, architecture, botany, any science, technical lawyers, corporation counsellors, not interested in the earth, which is farming, etc., except for chemical analysis of soil or experiments with plants. Not easy or fluent writers or speakers, but interested in literature, can succeed as publishers or advertisers, have a keen judgment of literary merit and business methods. Good theoretical psychologists, but they are not counsellors. And the Lenormand card, which bears the birth emblem of the Queen of Clubs. It's a woman with dark hair. It's intelligent. Could be an enemy because it's the snake. Watch out for betrayal and backstabbing. Adaptive, flexible, selfish, and perhaps malicious. When the snake appears, it's normal to skip to the card's most negative meanings: deception, betrayal, backstabbing, malice. While it's true that these are meanings of the card, it's important to remember that the snake isn't always negative. For example, it may simply represent a woman with brown hair. It's the surrounding cards that will tell you whether she is the enemy or an ally. Even when the card does represent something negative, such as cheating, remember that the snake Lenormand meaning also offers advice on how to deal with circumstances as they arrive. It reminds us to be flexible, adaptive, and to adjust as best we can. In career, the snake means in career readings, the snake represents problems. Someone might be working against you behind your back. The Lenormand snake in health, the snake card often represents a possible health issue that should be checked out. As a snake is a symbol closely connected to medicine, the appearance of the snake can often indicate a medical professional. Ta-da! Thank you, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow. I hope there's some ideas here to help you structure your day. Bye.